I was about to marry the love of my life when a little girl I'd never seen before ran up to me, hugged my leg, and called me dad. I looked around thinking she must have mistaken me for someone else. She couldn't have been older than 5, curly brown hair, this big, hopeful smile. She looked up at me and said, "Mommy said you'd come back one day." I felt my stomach twist. I knelt down, trying to keep my voice steady, and said, "I think you've mistaken me for someone else." But she shook her head and said, "No, you're my daddy." That's when my fiance walked over, asking what was going on. Before I could even answer, the little girl's mother stepped out of the crowd, and when I saw her, I couldn't breathe. It was Emma, the woman I dated 6 years ago, the woman who had just disappeared from my life. Emma looked terrified. She grabbed her daughter's hand, trying to pull away, but I stopped her and I asked one simple question. Why did she call me dad? She looked down, her voice barely a whisper, "Because you are." I actually laughed, not because it was funny, but because it was impossible. We had broken up years ago. I never knew she was pregnant. She never called, never texted, never told me anything. And when I asked why, she said, "My parents hated you. They told me you'd leave if you found out. So when I got pregnant, they made me disappear. I didn't know what to feel: anger, confusion, regret. And then I looked down. The little girl was still holding my hand. She looked up at me with those big eyes and asked, "Did I do something wrong?" That question broke me. I picked her up, held her close, and said, "No, sweetheart, you didn't do anything wrong." The wedding never happened. My fiance couldn't accept it. And honestly, I couldn't blame her, but I couldn't walk away from a little girl who spent 5 years wondering why her dad never came home. She's 16 now, and every Father's Day, she gives me a handmade card. The first one she ever made is still in my drawer. It says, "Thank you for coming back for me." The truth is, I never came back. I never even knew she existed. But sometimes life gives you a second chance, and the bravest thing you can do is not let it slip away twice.